Hola, yo soy Clemente y este es tu canal CryptoCommons. Si quieres aprender a usar e invertir en criptomonedas, estás en el lugar correcto. Tengo un invitado especial de Polkadot. Él no habla español mucho, puede decir hola y algunas otras palabras, pero vamos a hablar en inglés. Luego, si hace falta, les hago la traducción al finalizar la entrevista. Así que bueno, let's begin the interview. James, in all the interviews that I made, I tend to ask how and why you start in
Chief Operating Officer in different technology companies, and I lived and I worked in the US, Europe, and Asia. And around 2012, I bought my very first Bitcoin. In 2017, I bought my first NFT, and when I founded Kurkuma, I became a software developer. And my love of software development and cryptocurrency trading sort of overlapped, and I wanted to discover more about blockchain. So in 2020, DeFi summer, I went to my first Solana, Polkadot, and Ethereum events, and that's how I got into blockchain.
And when you were a child, did you dream like a be a programmer or something like that? Or?
No. So when I went to school, my undergraduate degree at university was finance. I thought I was going to work on the stock market a long time ago. And then somehow I fell into e-commerce and marketing and did that for a long time. And now my career has transitioned again, and I find myself in blockchain.
Okay, and why Polkadot? How do you start in Polkadot?
So as a software developer, I'm agnostic. My own company is called Kurkuma, my Web3 consultancy. And because I'm a software developer and I know multiple languages, I can write code for multiple blockchains. Mm-hmm. And as I learned about the different blockchains, I really fell in love with the Polkadot technology. I really thought it was superior. And then I ultimately was accepted into the Polkadot Blockchain Academy, where I went really deep on Polkadot technology, and that just convinced me that they have the best blockchain tech out there, which is why I am an ambassador with Polkadot.
Awesome. And if you need to explain to a normal person, a Joe in the street, about Polkadot, why it's important for them to know Polkadot and what Polkadot can do for them?
So the very quick analogy that I use for what is Polkadot is a subway system analogy. And I say if you can envision a subway, we are the train tracks on the subway. Awesome. And then the train can stop at different stations, and it might be a decentralized finance station or artificial intelligence or creative arts or gaming or whatever vertical. Mm-hmm. And those are all businesses that build on top of Polkadot technology today. And why should anybody care about blockchain technology? Because for the average individual, it's going to be part of their lives, whether they realize it or not. Mm-hmm. They don't necessarily need to know all of the nitty-gritty about blockchain technology, but it will impact their lives in some aspect, from cryptocurrency payments to other things going forward. But as a business or government enterprise or even a startup, it's important to learn about Polkadot just to be aware of our protocol, be aware of what is possible technology rise with our Polkadot, with our technology, and to encourage them to build on our platform.
Yes. And I know Polkadot. I really like Polkadot. The parachains, the Kusama, like a test network, but it's not a test network. It's a like a small network to test programs and stuff. But what are the main benefits that a programmer or a company can use from Polkadot?
There's multiple business use cases that can be applicable depending on the enterprise or business that you're looking at. And because I do business development as part of my role, I never want to have somebody move to blockchain for the sake of blockchain. That's pointless. Yeah. It needs to make sense for their respective business. So it really all starts with a conversation around what pain points are you having right now, or how can I help you? And from there, it typically will go into a place of either helping with cost reduction, improved efficiency, better security, better scalability, better resiliency, depending on the size of the enterprise we're looking at.
Yes, and Polkadot have a good learning and platform but explain to someone that maybe doesn't know about Polkadot education systems or the Telegram groups,
Sure.
where to find information about Polkadot, how to get informed and get deep in Polkadot.
So Polkadot is very, very big on education. A major part of my job is education, and that's education to a normal everyday person who's never heard of blockchain or Polkadot, to education to enterprise executives who are looking to explore blockchain, also into the world of policy and legislation and regulation, where we talk to lawmakers around the world and we hold workshops and we educate lawmakers around the world because they need to make informed decisions about the constituents that they serve.
Yes.
Now, where to find all of this education? You can start at polkadot.com, our main website,
yes.
and from there you can search for education. We have many, many free courses available depending on your level of expertise or the type of information you're looking for. We also have a specialized academy called the Polkadot Blockchain Academy, which I'm an alumni. And then we have specialized courses where we do one-offs with different people. Like we did a course in the European Union for lawmakers over there just a few weeks ago.
Awesome. And do you have like different languages?
Absolutely. Polkadot's global. So we start everything in English, but we offer multiple languages around the world. And your question of how to get involved, you can start by going to polkadot.com first of all, or if you look for any events in your local region, whether it's Meetup or Luma or Eventbrite or whoever manages events, search for Polkadot. You'll very likely find an ambassador just like myself in whatever region that you're located in. If you're struggling to find an ambassador, find me, find somebody from Polkadot online. We'll be happy to connect you. But there are many, many active Polkadot communities all over the world. And I have very strong relationships with my counterparts all over the world, and we connect people all day long.
Awesome. And like a final point of view from the use of this technology for the to solve problems, real problems. What's your point of view? Your how do you see these possible solutions based on Polkadot and the whole ecosystem?
I think we're only limited by our own imaginations, frankly. I mean, you look at our tagline in our booth here, it's DeFi what is possible.
Yeah.
And we have really interesting use cases all over the world in all different kind of verticals where blockchain is really making a significant impact. Whether, like I said, whether that is artificial intelligence or decentralized finance or government regulation. I believe I gave you an example earlier where we have one of the chains on our system is called Mandala, and we're working with the country of Indonesia to bring the vast majority of their records on chain, like voting and medical records and finance records and all of these really interesting use cases. And we're doing that there, and we're doing small test cases in many other locales around the world. So I think there really is no limit. You just need to get some smart people around a table and have a good conversation and see what's possible.
And the education, when you go to a government to educate them, I think it's a great opportunity for them to learn how to regulate these technologies. But you find, for sure, you had to find some problems or difficult points from the governments.
Well, politics are politics. And so you have to understand how that system works. So I'll give you an example. 1 week ago today, because I live in Miami, I went to the state capitol in Florida. And we had the opportunity to meet with the the state senators, the state representatives. We met with the Office of Financial Regulation, with the Office of the Chief Financial Officers. And a lot of that was, they're very curious and they're looking for innovation. They're open to ideas. They weren't terribly familiar with Polkadot prior to that meeting, but now they know that we exist. They know that what we are capable of, and hopefully we'll have more conversations around how can we help and play in a safe sandbox to make some of that possible. Now, in politics, again, that's a whole other world where they fight with each other and decide what ultimately gets put into law. But all we can do is provide education and innovative ideas, and hopefully we can work together to solve problems.
Awesome. James, thank you so much for your time. If you want to say something to my audience, feel free to do it.
All I want to say is thank you for your time. Thank you for this opportunity to come to Panama Blockchain Week. It's been a fantastic conference for us, I look forward to hopefully doing a lot more business in Panama in the near future. If you have any questions, you're welcome to contact me on social media. My handle is J Slusser, first initial last name, on all social media platforms.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.